Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today I'm going to be going over the new Gems of War Mythic of the Gemini, as well as teams for it and the key opening. So of course this is the first Friday of the month, so we do have another Mythic coming in. It is available in Glory, Gem, Guild, and VIP chests, and one thing not mentioned here is it is also in the event key drop table. So much so, I'm pretty sure it is the only thing in the event key drop table for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So do be mindful of that. If you were going to try for Draculus or anything else in the drop table, you would not be able to get it, or the Grey King, because it will just be Geminis, I am pretty sure. So you can still get Gemini that way if you want. However, you likely will not be able to get the other two. So do be mindful of that. It's kind of like an Arachne Weaver situation that one other week, several months back. So do be wary of that. But anyways, we're going to be going over this troop. You may notice it's kind of already similar to something that exists as soon as we go over it. So it's a 24 mana cost. It does a bunch of life steal, so it does get to keep the life from the two weakest enemies, and it inflicts curse and 6 stacks of bleed. Or sorry, 3 stacks of bleed that does basically 6 damage per turn, true damage. So this is okay. A little bit underwhelming, probably below average for a Mythic. It has like a little bit of a spell tankiness, kind of like Tina 9000, but not quite as good. It has 25% spell reduction combined with the fact that it gets bulk not only off its final trait whenever matching purple, but of course also from its ability. The biggest issue with this Mythic is it's already a weaker version of something that already wasn't that good. So if we go over to Suna real quick, not that Suna was bad, but compared to like every Mythic in the game, not the absolute greatest, but it is better. So things that it does better: it has a 4 lower mana cost. It has 2 higher damage for its base damage, though it might have different magic gains, so that might come out to about the same regardless, but still. It has a 4 lower mana cost. It does the same thing, it hits the 2 weakest, but instead of having the double curse into 3 stacks of bleed, which is basically 6 damage per turn, it gets to steal 8 magic from the 2 strongest, meaning not only are you stealing a total of 16 magic, but you're gaining that 16 magic, so your next cast will have 16 additional damage, and then the one after that will have 32 additional damage, and so on and so forth. So you keep stacking that over and over again. It's hitting 2 enemies with the same thing as you keep stacking it, and overall just getting better value, combined with Fairy Fire, which is just way better than gaining a little bit of HP, and this thing is essentially just a superior version of what we just got today. So do be mindful that you probably don't need this Mythic, so it's not super high priority to get, but if you want it for Ghulvania stars, it is technically possible to hit 27 stars. I would not advise trying to hit 27 stars, as the resource you need to do for it is quite high. However, you can still do it to try to get 10 star, 20 star, stuff like that, and just advance the stars on the kingdom nonetheless. So it is still good for that. Anyways, let's start by going for the event key drop table. So as I mentioned, this should indeed be in the event key drop table, so we're actually going to get it this way, just to kind of show it this way, since I wouldn't have really any other way of showing it otherwise. Might as well get it this way. We have enough spare event keys. I would advise using just Glory Gem, or whatever you would normally use seal keys. However, we have enough as a surplus. I'm just going to go down the event key drop table here, because it's not always that we can end up going for a new Mythic with these. So there we go. Oh, that is a first. Interesting. I have never actually gotten a double drop of any of these Mythics. We've been covering every single one for forever, and never from a 50 pool have I actually gotten a double. I need to screenshot this. Wait, where's the screenshot button? Hopefully it's working. There we go. Screenshot that. But yeah, we got a double Gemini, which is kind of funny because there's technically 2 of them. I'm not sure the exact lore of this, like mythology-wise, but I'm pretty sure it's something. But that's kind of funny. There's 2 of them when we got 2. 2 for the price of 1. I'll take it. Unfortunately, it is double the uselessness now. But there we go. Anyways, but as you can see, she is an event key drop table, and by the fact that we got 2, she's probably the only thing in drop table. Like realistically, we would have gotten her and like something else if there was something else in there. But I'm pretty sure it's all Geminis if we're getting a double off of event keys, which in theory should have 3 different Mythics in it. However, it only has the Gemini in it right now. I am pretty certain. Anyways, let's go upgrade this thing, replace it into all of our teams, and go show the 3 teams as per usual. They will be in the description below. Of course, these are mostly just first impressions of it. However, I am pretty sure this thing is just useless. Pretty sure. Like you'd be better off using Suna in almost every situation as far as this Mythic is concerned, but we'll still go mess with it real quick. We do have a pure Undead team, which is something you technically can't do with a Suna. If nothing else, he's in with Grey King and everything. Though do keep in mind, pretty sure Grey King not in drop table now, so hopefully you got it earlier, or you can get it when it comes back in Soul Forge or anything like that. So right here, let's just go and get it all the way upgraded. You know what? Actually, I don't know. Should we save more souls? I'll just do it this way. We'll do an 18, then we could use 2 small ones. Oh no, we'll go the small route this time. So we're going to go do the first one here, then we do 2 smalls here, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, technically could up to the second one. Doesn't really matter too much. But here we'll do a double small green, double small orange, and that will be maxed. There we go. And that should be all the parameters other than obviously meddling it, which we shall never do. So I believe it is now slotted into all of the teams. Let's go and mess with this thing and take our tribute. Oh, no, I do not want to buy the thing. No. Okay, so let's go to PvP. Oh, hopefully I don't have an annoying battle here. Hey, a Grey King team. That's actually fine because I'm actually using a Grey King team as well. A true damage version of the... oh, sorry, never mind. I'm not using it for the first one. We are for the second one, though. But anyways, this first one's going to be a true damage using Scourge of Honor. Scourge of Honor, basically Phoenicia, but true damage. Quite good for when you need multiple of a cast because he can keep spamming. One thing that's pretty nice is he does need Curse onto the enemy team, and this actually does have some Curse synergy with it, as well as this true damage synergy. So that's kind of what we're banking on for this. I'm using one of those weird banners. You could use something else. This is one of those banners that you need to get off those war coin thingies. However, you can use a similar related green purple banner. It'll probably be fine. He better not go too crazy here, though. He definitely has a team that can be a little scary. I'm also concerned what Grey King's going to do with his ability. We can actually take a skull. Oh, I want an extra turn over there, though. It won't let me. I really want it. We could take this. I'd prefer not to, because this just kind of banks on us actually landing an extra turn, but we'll go with the gamble. We actually did get it, so that's cool. We don't have much of a follow-up here. We will be able to cast once. The Geminis will not... Gosh, that base damage is so low! It doesn't even scale like Suna. Let's see. That is desperately low. Luckily, it did not get hit there, so that's fine. Actually, everything we need to spam this thing is actually available, so we'll do that. If they don't die, we do get to place Bleed, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, we might die to Web Spinner here. That's slightly concerning. We don't have any magic there either because of that web. That is extremely concerning. The fact it got a summon there, not the greatest. If anything else, hey, it has some resistance there to casting to try to survive and not end up dying like that. It's not really doing too much, though. It's giving us a little bit of life when we grab those purples, if nothing else. That's helping. Or would hope it's helping. I'll take that. Oh, wait, I could have just casted. I'm waiting for you to get undone. I guess we technically still get like a 6 bleed. That would kill. That would technically kill. You know what? I'm just going for it. Oh, and also, one of the only few good things that this does do, you notice this thing has impervious. Because we're doing curse bleed, we don't care if they have impervious. We do care about that other trait that has all those immunities. However, specifically impervious, we could bypass. Because curse triggers before the bleed. So normally, of course, impervious would have immune to bleed. But it doesn't have immune to curse. So the curse triggers before the bleed. So as you can see, he's now curse bled. Normally, impervious would have immune to the bleed, but it doesn't because we ended up getting double. Though for whatever reason, it only has 2 stacks instead of 3. Which is confusing. So maybe it did in a weird order where one stack hit first, then it cursed it, and then it applied the other 2. I have no clue. But anyways, let's go get a resummon because gosh, do we desperately need something else that is not silenced. So we'll go for a poke there. Unfortunately, that hits a completely random unit. And it looks like this team will eventually not lose, which is nice. Though it did win at a very, very slow pace. Come on, we got this. Though we did lose our main damage source, because this definitely is not the main damage source on our team right now. That is for sure. I do want to take a purple here. I think we'll stick to brown for now. Hey, that's a pretty lucky cascade. And it was killed with a skull, which I'm pretty sure made up more than half our damage that battle. But anyways, on to the next one. So, for this next team over here, we're up against a Enraged Carandera. Oh gosh, we're up against a really resistant team. This is the trait I was talking about earlier, the Invulnerable. This we can't Curse Bleed on, because it does have that immunity thing. I might actually want to switch this out. I don't know, I might go for it. Because this team does want to disable with the Grey King's ability. That's one of the main things we actually want to do with this build here. So you know what, I'm actually going to repick this one. Let's see, let's go over to, we'll fight the previous Mythic. Wasn't that the previous one? It was like 2 Mythics ago. Anyways, we'll go fight this one. He has the Essence of Evil team. The main reason I want to switch is mostly because I do want to utilize the Grey King here for the synergy. The Grey King plus the Geminis. The main reason for this is you get to utilize the Curse, so it makes Grey King a little bit better. Overall, not something you would likely go out of your way for, but it is a synergy nonetheless. Let me double check which one I give the +1 to. Okay, it was red, just making sure. You always want to make sure you have a +1 on a weapon like this, just so if you get lucky on a Surge, you get full mana. But we got lucky elsewhere, so I'll take it. He's going to go for Leprechaun, not much we could do, so we're just going to preemptively throw that down. So as you can see, we did end up getting the Curse there. Wait, why didn't it not do it on... Wait, what? I'm even more confused now. Steal a bunch of life from the 2 weakest enemy, then inflict Curse and 3 stacks of bleed on them. Why aren't you also affected? You don't even have Impervious or anything, not like it would matter. Why do only one of them get affected, and why do you only have 2 stacks? whatever it's doing, it's not doing it correctly. Hopefully that'll be fixed later, and also hopefully it'll buff it while doing so. Because gosh, does it need one. Let's see. I think we want a green here. Green seems like a very good disable. So we'll go for that. Almost clear out the entire team. Also, this is with 20% extra stats on it, by the way. That is with 20% extra stats. So I do like the Undead synergy. If you're going to use her, that is one thing that Suna can't do, if nothing else. You can't use it in this exact kind of synergy, as this is dependent on, you know, it being Undead. So you can actually use it with the weapon and everything. We're using that one gauntlet that boosts based on Undead here. If you don't have it, you'll be able to get it for the Kedar event. Overall, not too high of a priority, but it is what kind of puts this team together. And of course, the half mana star for all the Undead, which is what our entire team is. We're also using Death Knight, which is a bit of a weird one. We had the class event for that yesterday, actually. Oh gosh, the true test of a team. Can it kill Life and Death Weaver? Anyways, let's do the low Gemini team. So this is actually a Mang team, which means we're probably going to fail. However, Mang actually can bypass. Mang's probably your best bet in early game to bypass Life and Death. So if nothing else, we can kind of show that. Because this is like the main way you actually deal with Life and Death very early on, when you have literally no option, but you're still facing it. So right here, oh, we're entangled though. No, that's like the worst in this particular situation. Hopefully we get entangled pretty quickly, because our chance of winning is heavily dependent on not being entangled, as that makes up a good majority of our team. That and spamming this thing. That and the Zala, kind of. I mean, the Azura, I mean. We can end up doing for the Dispel and everything. So we can get rid of his enchant and all that, which actually I kind of want to do right here now that I think about it. So I actually want to do that just to get rid of his enchant plus his bless there. Then we're going to go for this. Then I'm going to hope yeah, he's hitting only for 35. We got a really lucky attack reduction there. So I'm just going to go for this. We're going to chip him down a bit slowly. Thank you, Mang. There we go. Okay, we got this. I'm going to go... He can't do too much to us right now. So I'm going to go Mang, one of his options. We gain a bunch of armor for it. Ooh, that web, though. Okay, we just want to slowly get up some of our mana. Most notably, we probably actually want to get Mang operational again. You can also spam Barrier on Brown, which is pretty nice. That's a really lucky Leprechaun cleanse right there. Allow us to get our mana back, and by the time everything has mana, we'll probably be cleansed on most things. We really need to get that Weaver kill, and luckily Gemini will be able to do that, so that's good. We just need to get to that point somehow, somewhere, in all this madness. We could go for a Mang here. Mang would set us up into having really good one-shot range. However, I really want this to get to full mana. However, we can end up doing that just off a cast. So I do just kind of want to take a little bit of red here. So I'm going to take that. That does Cascade for him, but he doesn't need the mana because he already has it at full. The fact Life and Death has full mana right now is absurdly bad. We could take a Skull Poke. However, I think it's highest priority right now to kill out Weaver, just in case something weird happens. Because he's only going to hit our last two. He's not actually even going to get a kill. Just double checking, yeah. Unless he gets like a Death Mark poke there. So I'm just going to cast this. That'll get our kill. That'll also make that quite weak. We can then throw down a Mang. That should kill it all the way. Actually, Bleed! Hey! Bleed will come in. Though, for whatever reason, it's not putting 3 stacks of Bleed. If it was putting 3, it would actually kill it here. I have no clue why it's doing 2 right now. However, it is. If it had 3, it would have died. Unfortunately, it did not. However, we'll go for that. Get our Explosion. And now all we have to do is poke it with a Skull. And we have it disabled a bunch. Hopefully we'll get a Skull right over here. Boom, he's dead. Oh, wait. Now he's dead. All right, here, have a Skull. There we go. And there. That's Mang basically carrying an entire team. And that's how you defeat... and that is how you defeat a early game team. Or how you defeat Life and Death with Mang. With an early game team. Because, gosh, did that Mythic do almost nothing. But anyways, yes, the verdict is... Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm using with like a... This is like another Grey King team. He's using with like a Scythe weapon and stuff. And the new Death Claw, of course, that we got from the Journey event. That's pretty cool. But yeah, overall, Gemini, pretty much as useless as it seems. If you want to troop like it, just use Suna. Unless you're building like a pure Undead team or some kind of other really, really niche team, so you'd pretty much only get it for completion's sake. Otherwise, you would just use Suna or any other better true damager out there. And gosh, there are a lot of them. She's among one of the worst ones probably in the entire game. Probably not the absolute worst. But very, very, very low down there, particularly when it comes to Mythic-based true damage options. Because you have Grey King, you have Weaver, you have Suna, you have the Scourge of Honor, you have probably a billion other things I'm forgetting off the top of my head right now. All of which are better than ever even attempting to use. Oh, you have Tina 9000, which is basically just her, but better. Because they're both a spell-resistant tank. kind of thing, where they gain like a lot of durability and have like spell resistance, but she just does it way worse than Tina 9000 does, while also doing pretty much less damage and less everything. It does have curse, which is kind of cool, double curse, but there's just better ways to curse out there. Even if she had 4 times curse, I'm not sure if it would even be worthwhile. And also her ability doesn't even seem to be working correctly right now, unless I'm misreading something somewheres, but it does not seem to be working correctly. That will probably be fixed, and hopefully it'll get buffed when it does. However, we'll have to wait and see. As it stands right now, yeah, it's basically just for kingdom upgrading purposes, no other reason. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, definitely feel free to leave a like on it. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you do want any of these teams, they are in the description below if you want to go copy paste any of them. And feel free to leave your thoughts below, as well as if you found any really good teams that might end up synergizing with her, because I would love to see it. Who knows, maybe it could actually even work with Suna. I didn't actually try messing with that, but that's just the first impressions on it. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching as always. Greatly appreciated, and have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, everyone.